Let me at outset congratulate the Sahus for completing 24 years and congratulate them a round of applause so that you can book your seat when they celebrate 25th year. I am coming to these events fairly almost last 4-5 events I can remember, and I get myself invited here to see that how young mind, how young technology people think differently. I am from the government and I am reminded of what Reagan said once. If you see a person who says, I am here to help you, and he says he is from government, don't trust him. So with these disclaimers, I would like to speak. What I mean by skin in the game, if we want to develop a cyber-secure India. Friends, when India is digitalizing at a pace, at a speed and scale, which we call it population scale, we are leaving lot of digital data in the open, which is there for sale, resale, rebranding, repackaging, but that is also made for thieves and dacoits and cyber fraudsters to misuse and create deep fakes. When you go to, I will take up the banking side first. Today we are world leader in zero cost transaction banking. Card companies are running for cover in India. Once upon a time, if you move with a BlackBerry set and keep your American Express card on the table, people will think that bada aadmi aaya hai. Today, if you go with the Lava's mobile also, and you go with the UPI connection, you are as big as the earlier gentleman or gentlelady was. What a sea change we have brought in India in only a decade, that all that was big, which was costly, we are doing it at zero or a fraction of a cost. Can you imagine that 10 billion transactions happening in UPI every month? Has UPI been a publicly listed company, what could have been the value of share of UPI? It could have been $1 trillion market capitalization even today. If UPI NPCL charges only 1 paisa per transaction, they will get 1600 crore rupees per month as a transaction fee. This much saving we are handing over to the every citizen of India when he or she does UPI based transaction. I don't know whether you are appreciating it because you are a seller here. I am not selling anything here, so we may not meet in the midway also. But fact remains that we thrive only when the customer thrives. I am a firm believer that if customer is written in English and understood in Hindi, disaster is going to happen. Customer, if you write in English, you know the spelling, but if you read in Hindi, it means कष्ट से. मैं नहीं बोलना चाहूँगा, but many times it happens. Cyber security is one area where कष्ट से मरने वाला buyer and seller दोनों है. When I am putting my money in a bank, it is bloody job of the bank to keep it secure. It is none of my business to look into the firewalls of the bank. Isn't it? If you earn your money and put it in a good bank or bad bank or a third-rate bank, it is the job of that bank to see that money is secure all the time. Not only bank, friends, the person who is supplying switches, gears, servers and all these things, everybody's job is to see that the money remains in the bank safe and secure. It is not the bank's reputation which is at stake, it is the digital landscape which is at stake in case cyber fraudsters make more money by doing some hera-feri here and there, and all of us are collectively cheated in the name of मैं तो खाली supplier हूँ, मेरा क्या मुझे क्या. That's what I am saying, that skin in the game of banking is as important for the suppliers and builders of technology as the bank itself. Friends, we are trusting bank, we are trading with bank, we give our trust to the bank. It is breach of trust in case cyber security fraudster from anywhere in India are able to siphon my money with or without my connivance also. Even a criminal is entitled for state-sponsored freedoms. The point that I am here to make it that if we don't put our skin in the game, if the bank sinks, you will also sink along with that. We have seen how Silicon Valley Bank in Silicon Valley itself folded within 15 days. We have seen how global financial crisis, when we wanted to only credit swap, a small product. I take loan from SBI, I get another loan from UCO Bank and swap it, and then there are insurers, there are hedge fund. This became a $45 trillion global fraud. Ultimately, global financial crisis took place. I'm not here to sell horror because horror sells better, and fear marketing बहुत सारे लोग गए हैं. That's why they sell cyber security packages. I'm here to sell hope. If you put your skin in the game that your customer and service provider survives, we will thrive collectively. If bank sinks, the server provider, network provider, this provider, that provider, अगर शादी नहीं होगी तो बाराती को पिज़्ज़ा भी नहीं कोई देगा, मटन तो छोड़ ही दो. Limited point is that we should put skin in the game. The time has come. You can't say that मैं तो vendor हूँ, मैं तो channel partner हूँ, मेरा कोई ज्ञान नहीं है, मैं तो I am only supplier of boxes. Apply your mind, put your skin in the game as far as cyber security in financial world is concerned. Second point that I thought I will make, when we are growing digitally at a scale which India is there, you must have seen in G20, our DPI and DPG was the showstopper. Whole world was looking how these fellows who were playing with mouse literally in Hindi, now they are moving the world with the same mouse literally by clicking. Today, DPI of India is a global model. The world is looking, in fact, I am told that one IT minister told, I was so happy that we are going to replicate these model in 8 countries, including advanced economies like Singapore. If such a thing goes out, this will be first product made in India for Indians, it will be made for the world. We were when Honorable Prime Minister said, be vocal for local, now he is also saying, go global also, maybe think locally. Friends, in case we don't promote Indian product, we don't buy Indian product, we don't have any skin in the game, even what is made in India, we would be only exporting dollars here and there. Therefore, I am not here to complain that buying anything outside is bad, because if you don't have, you can't survive without it. But why not build here? Why not build for the global market? You have seen, in fact, this is the age of war, and here we are in a different war zone. Whole Europe is facing war, Middle East is facing war. Here we are in war star night, where there is no war, this is a war of ideas and ideologies. I would certainly put it that made in India is a challenge for all of you, for each one of us, because when you know the channel partner, you know what sells where. That is why Amazon Basic comes with new product. That's why you go to the Walmart, they start manufacturing bread and this and that. They keep their things in a particular location because people buy there. Those who can sell, they can also make it. Those who can make it, they may not be able to sell it. Government has tried it hard. We are now running away from manufacturing because we can't sell it. But you are different. You can sell it. If you can sell it, you can also make it. I am seeing in front of me Lava CEO who can not only make it, he can sell it also. We need hundreds and thousands of such CEOs who can make for India, who can build for India, and who can take pride for it. We have been internet coolied for pretty long. Today we are becoming mule account for passing the Indian dollars to the foreign companies. I am not against it, friends. But भारत माता की जय कहीं तो बोलना पड़ेगा, कहीं तो सोचना पड़ेगा. किसी ने कहा है ना, मेरी आंखों में इतने ख्वाब नहीं, तेरे ख्वाब में सजा नहीं सकता. This situation should not come to the IT world. The way AI, earlier hardware was eaten by software. Today, hardware and software both will be eaten by LLMs and chat GPTs. This is age of middle level management who is going to die. We have already seen nobody needs a chartered accountant to prepare his income tax return. Very soon we might see death of even specialists like advocates and doctors and others with telemedicine, and you can get your service at your space. I am not here for doomsayer because after all I am also government servant. I must thrive and survive, and I can only thrive as long as there is poverty. But that is not the best way. People should become prosperous. Mo जीवन नर के पड़ी था जगत उद्धार हो. This is no longer true. जगत रवि उद्धार हो और मो जीवन भी नर के न पड़ी था. I must grow, the world must grow, and that is how we can dream of an India. Friends, when we want to become from 3 trillion to 10 trillion, when average income of Indian goes from current 2,300 USD to let's say 10,000 plus, we will be the biggest market of anything manufactured in any nook and corner. You know it much better than me. I am a bureaucrat, I see only straight. I don't see left and right. But you can see all the 3 directions, including in your own heart and mind. Bureaucrats think only up to 5 p.m. It is already 7 p.m. So I should have stopped thinking. And Sahus have forced me to share my thinking process. Let me put it 3-4 things that I have in my mind. In today's VUCA world, if you wish to survive, you have to think differently. I had been to Israel for 1.5 month training in 2001, I think, yeah. I met an investor in one of the village kibbutz. I said, how you manufacture your total population is less than all those who do sit in daily platform. How do you survive? 50 lakh की population आप कैसे बचाते हो? बोला, sir, when I make even a pin, global market is in my mind. I don't make it for Israel. When I made RJ45 connector, I make it for the world. I went to one village in 2001, one kibbutz with 50 families. They were exporting to Lockheed Martin $5 billion worth of equipment manufactured in one village. They manufacture for the world. They don't manufacture for Israel or for that purpose their local market. Here we have 1.4 billion people. 450 million people in India are whose income is above every average Europeans. 450 million Indians can buy Mercedes. 450 million die to buy Apple 18th, though it is yet to be manufactured. In fact, many people are having sleepless night. How come they have missed this titanium brittle mobile phone? They are dying to buy the new technologies. And when we become 10 trillion and 20 trillion, anything you manufacture, even third rate, will be sold like hotcakes. Why not prepare yourself, prepare the ground? So think differently. 2, solution mindset. We all have problems. You go to anywhere, PLI, problem. Go to Niti Aayog, problem. Go to minister, problem. Go to secretary, bigger problem. Go to DM, all problems. Go to CM, you can't meet. PM, CM, DM, you can't meet, then कौन problem solve करेगा? You can't go to Mandir, church and Gurudwara. During Corona time, even they were closed. 2 गज की दूरी बनाकर भगवान भी रखे थे. This is the end of human being if technology is not controlled and technology is not harnessed properly. I know war will celebrate 25th year, but they should survive for 125th year also. We should plan for 100 years. We should think for 100 years. So have the solution mindset. We all have problem mindset. You go to anywhere, ये problem है, वो problem है. CEO के पास जाओ, अगर वो सारी problem लेके बैठेगा, वो तो पागल हो जाएगा ना. Have solution mindset. If you have solution mindset, you will be respected. Don't go with your product. I always said that. Love your problem, don't love your product. Your problem is connectivity. Your problem is not this set or that model. That model will die today, something new will come. If you love your problem, you will find different 1,000 ways to solve the same problem and you will thrive. 4th, 3rd, communicate. People have stopped communicating. जैसे लग रहा है कि हमारा IPR कोई ले जाएगा. With 32,000 IPR, BlackBerry does not exist. Had IPR been reason for survival, IBM could have never left manufacturing computer sets, they could have never sold even Motorola to Chinese companies. IPR is not the way, friends. It is your product. Apple sells its product globally. They control design, they control user experience, they don't control much of the technology, but they know how to package, how to sell it. But they communicate. Every Apple product communicates. When you buy Apple iPod, it communicates. There were zero category of iPads. They are market leaders. They know how to touch the heart. So communicate and then collaborate also. Ekla chalore, day is over. I was talking to Lava chief executive here and chairman here. I was told that a smartphone, 195 parts are there. Only 5% is manufactured in India. The day we go to 20%, we will be ruling the world. Maruti has shown it. Automobile revolution has shown it. When indigenization touched 20%, we became the smart car hub of the world. Today, small cars that are manufactured in India, nowhere in the globe it has happened. The day we will become 25% of component manufactured in India, we will rule the world. Design thinking, many more things are needed. All of you know much more than me. You don't expect Gyan from me, that too at 7 p.m. when bureaucrats stop thinking at 5 p.m. But I thought I will remind you that we are builders of modern India. You are not only selling your product. When Honorable Prime Minister says that think of India of 2047, when people should manage even without government. People should solve their problem without government. Today in 50% area there is no government. Take up transportation, none. Air traffic, none. Bus, transport, car, none. School, we are 10%. Central Vidyalaya, only 2%. We are giving space to private sector so that India competes with the best of the breed in the world. Take advantage of this opening of our economy. In 91, we opened our mind. In 2014, we opened our mindset. In 2024 or next year onwards, we should open our skill set and improve our mindset so that it becomes growth oriented, doesn't become a fixed mindset. Together we can win, together we shall make it. India of 2047 has to be imagined by each one of you. I again repeat it, जिस कौम को मिटने का एहसास नहीं होता, उस कौम का दुनिया में इतिहास नहीं होता. Let's celebrate all our miseries. Let's be prepared how to face India of 2047. Let there be war India function in 2047. I may not live there, but I must be blessing it from anywhere in the world. Thank you very much.